My name is Magita Story, and I'm somebody who was born in Manila in the Philippines in 1954. My father was an engineer for oil companies and was building refineries in the jungles of places like India and the Philippines. And later we lived in Turkey and Lebanon. I spent most of my childhood in Bahrain, which is where I learned how to sew. When you grow up in the Middle East, you can't get Western clothes unless you're ordering them from Sears Roebuck or having them custom made for you. So when I was about 12 years old, I learned how to sew from an American woman who had McCall's and Simplicity patterns and such. And this was 1966, back in the days when we were making purses and shoes and covering them in the same color and same fabric as our outfits. Never mind that the dress was floral pattern. You cover your shoes in that too. So it's quite a wild time, as many of you probably don't remember. I made a lot of my clothes through high school, where I went to a prep school, and we had a very strict dress code that certainly dealt during those days with the length of your skirt. So one time I decided that I would go dressed as a nun, and this was perfectly within the school code. So I made myself this beautiful brown gabardine dress, long to the floor, long to the sleeves. I made a little matching brown kerchief to wear through my head, and then I had this ecru crocheted belt that I wore hanging around to look kind of like, as if I was wearing typical nun's outfit. And this is my homage to Herté, who's a wonderful designer. I'm sure many of you have heard of him. You can see the back here. This is a shawl that fits around the back and makes a bit of a cape. It's got a wonderful silhouette to it. Real diva dress. Honestly, though, this dress is made for a gal with a full figure, someone with curves, a really great curvy girl. This is a technique I developed a few years ago, where I cut strands of velvet and then I sew that velvet through the velvet, which creates this very rich, lush fabric. It was kind of a result of my having worked in this solid colored fabric for so long, and I started to want to decorate it more and do more. And then I went on to doing things like this, which is I actually construct the garment and then I do all this stitching after it. This piece is color blocked and appliqued. It has velvet applique and a beading on it. You can see the color blocking, how it goes through the back right there. This is what I call the urban elf. This is great worn with a little pair of leggings. This is something that's made out of this is a stretch too, it's a polylycra. I call this my purse dress. What you're seeing right now is the version where it's pretty much a blouse, where it fits like that. But the beauty of this dress is that it literally fits into a purse. I'm showing you another version of it here. Here it is as it's worn in the dress. The way you take it up is there's these little strings here on the side, so you can take it to be asymmetrical. You can wear it however you want. But let me show you something with this dress. Look at how this folds up into virtually just a little pouchy thing, and one can put it into even a tiny little purse as such. So it's a great little overnighter purse. And the fabric dries in about 15 minutes. I have saved all of the scrap velvet from my production with the idea that at some time I was going to go and start a women's co-op. I would really like to do this in Haiti, and I think this could be a wonderful way for the fashion industry to become a zero-waste industry. Can't really produce these wholesale here in the United States. And I'd love to do it in a way that's also empowering and enriching people who need it the most. So that's one of the reasons I hope I get on Project Runway, so I can get the notoriety to get this done. Thank you very much for considering me.